Oh, the milk crate is out. You know what that means. Nice. What's up, YouTube? Crazy light behind me. Don't mind this bright light. Today is tire day. Milk crate is out. And anyone who saw my Montana adventure when I was riding the 701, I was riding this tire. Mitas Rock Rider MC23. Had a world of grip, more than these stock Continentals. But in the meantime, I've literally worn this almost to nothing. Like, look at that. There is no center tread left. So it's time to do a switch. I've never actually changed my tires on this bike by myself before, so let's figure it out. Look at the difference. Crazy. Didn't realize these are so worn out. And, you know, to tell you the truth, I never had a ton of trouble with the rear, but I'm not too fussy about the rear sliding. But this is going to be next level grip. The front was more the problem. So up front, Continental TKC 80 is super smooth on the road, but literally no grip off-road. Pretty awful off-road. So I've got the matching Mitas for the front too. So of course there's a million how-to videos, how to swap your wheels and tires. So I'm not going to do a ton of detail here, but for 700 people, this rear nut, when you try to Google this anywhere, it's going to tell you it's a 22 mil. On the ES700, it's actually a 32 mil. So I picked up the mega socket, and just while I was at it, I took off my front axle. This is a 27 on the front. Came off really easy with this little kit wrench. And check that out. When I wrenched on the rear, it actually broke. So, you know, I try to do as much as I can with the toolkit, but out to the big guns. Let's get that off. So ideally here where your caliper is, this one is really flexible. I've just pushed it in, so it's not resting on the rotor. And then this is obviously loosened already. With your axle nut off, you'll be able to remove your chain tensioner, and then we'll be able to slide forward and pull the chain off. And try to film both sides. So literally gonna push the axle through, and I'll pop out the other side like that, and then we're free to work. So you can see all the slack we've created here. Now we'll just pull the chain off, get the wheel out. You know, unlike your dirt bike, I've got all kinds of guards and stuff here, so a little more fussy than a dirt bike, but it'll pop right off. Just like that. That was pretty bold. Now the fun starts. So breaking the first bead, getting the first bead off the top of the wheel was simple enough. And then you'll see here me flipping around. Getting the second bead off was brutal. That took a lot of work. Holy cow. I don't even want to look at the clock and see how long that took. The first bead was fine. Tube out. Then the inside bead was super hard. After the fact, I thought, I'm just throwing this tire out. I should have just cut it. It's always funny the first time you do something. As I was working my way around, I got so focused trying to get the bead off. I forgot to take the tube out once I had the first one off and still had some air in it. So that definitely held me up. But yeah, old tires are going to recycle land. And the new ones look pretty sick. Like I said, I rode these before on the 701. And the only thing to watch for here is they are directional. And there's the rotation. So that faces front. Let's go through this again. Hopefully it's not as hard as taking it off. Victory. Holy, wow, the sunlight's crazy. First tire I ever changed on the 700. Picked a super hard rear tire, holy cow. I almost gave up putting it on. The first speed was crazy, and then just had to muscle through it. Let's go put some air in this thing. Oh my God, it's the video that never ends. So first time I changed a tire, my old tire was shot like I showed you, and I was kind of questioning. It had sort of a slow, super slow leak. So whatever I did when I changed to the new tire, I must have stretched out whatever the little hole was. And so as soon as I got it all together, it wouldn't hold any pressure. So I had a lot of practice. So I pretended I had a flat tire, because I did. Took it off again, put in a new tube. My backup tube is actually a heavy tube, and so hopefully that's pretty bomb-proof. And just right into the gas station. I pumped it up with my hand pump, but it's not fast enough pressure to make the bead sit. So once I get that seated, then throw it on the bike. What an adventure, man. That was originally 2 hours. The last flipping it back and changing the tube, I know what time it is now, was probably about 40 minutes. I had some trouble too, because I forgot to put the little nut washer on the valve, and so it actually popped into the tube. So I had to fish around with that for 15 or 20 minutes and almost give up. And that's bike life. Hopefully it's all good now. One of my buddies actually has a balancing stand, so might throw it on there, but the original tires didn't have weights at all, so probably good. Let's go riding. New tire day. Forgot I had no brakes. Just had to push them in. Oh, well, it's one way to do that. I'll never complain about changing a mountain bike tire again. Hey, Mabel? Maybe I'll do the front tomorrow.